Well, a shooting, dozens of visits by city inspectors citing the same violations over and over, and now multiple complaints to me because nothing was changing around one home in the Portland neighborhood. One of the neighbors promised if I just spent an hour watching, it would, quote, blow my mind. Spent weeks investigating, and here's what I found in my latest Troubleshooter exclusive. Are you Mr. Wakeland? Huge difference in the atmosphere around 642 North 29th Street when I'm there versus when I'm a block away, secretly watching and recording. Let's start with the block away part. I started watching after getting multiple complaints about the place, including a former customer who says they're selling large amounts of methamphetamine, heroin, and running a prostitution ring for years, and a neighbor who says it is completely insane with all the things going on around that house, including overdose calls, someone being shot, and constantly finding needles laying around. They say they've notified police about this, and they do nothing. The first things I notice are the RVs parked on the street out front for weeks, like something out of Breaking Bad, bustling with people coming and going day and night, and a sea of motorcycles, mopeds, and dune buggies spilling out from the yard into the street. Men and women, mostly women, every few minutes coming to the house or the RVs, spending a minute or two inside and leaving, hour after hour, day and night. Sometimes multiple people at a time coming and going, stuffing something in their pockets or holding something white, often appearing impaired. Hand-to-hand exchanges extend out into the street through open car windows, blocking all lanes of traffic. People standing on top of cars. I see police driving by, and city codes enforcers too, which brings us to another part of the story. Our investigation finds city codes inspectors have made 28 visits over the last few years to this property owned by John Wakeland, assessing hundreds of dollars in fines, noting camping not allowed, can't be used as a boarding house nor place of business. Subsequent inspections find still junky, still a place of business, illegal occupied campers on street. One inspector notes this address has a history of some shady activity. He may be referencing the shooting here November 9th when a man was shot and rushed to the hospital. Arrests were made on charges of assault, wanton endangerment, criminal mischief, and possession of a handgun by a convicted felon. With that in mind, we take security guards with us when we try to get answers about what's going on here. With Wave TV, and we're doing a story on a bunch of complaints. What's that?
Stop with me. You know, they don't come on my property.
Okay, I'll stand this out. Are you Mr. Wakeland? Are you Mr. Wakeland? Got a bunch of complaints on this property, including the campers parked out here in front. I try to talk to the people in one of the RVs.
Sir, we don't want to talk to you. Get away from the vehicle, please. Thank you.
When we come back 2 days later, no one will come out of the house, so we talk to the neighbors and people pulling up. A former customer of the place said there was a lot of meth and heroin sold here. Have you ever heard that at all?
No, I don't know nothing about that.
You know, this thing's been here 28 times for all sorts of stuff. Mm-hmm. Do you know what's going on over here?
I don't have a clue what's going on over there.
You know?
Yeah,
we had a couple neighbors tell me they think it's a drug operation.
Doubt it.
You doubt it?
Yeah, I really do doubt it.
Why is that?
The hell is working all the time out there. Why would he do drugs?
Then things get really crazy when we act like we're leaving, but circle the block and come back to people pouring out of the house. Hey, ma'am, getting a lot of complaints on this house right over here. Do you know what that's all about? Someone starts a bizarre attempt at interview interference, revving the engine and squealing tires back and forth on the street multiple times, nearly hitting us. Hi. We're with Wave. Got a lot of complaints on this house. Do you know anything about what's going on there?
No.
No? Do you live there?
No.
The complaint is it's a drug house. Is that correct? So I asked LMPD what they've done about the complaints and the shooting and the lengthy compilation of violations by codes enforcement. They wrote back, quote, First Division detectives currently have an open investigation regarding the property owner, and they declined to release further details so as to not impede the investigation. Well, if you have a story you think the Wave Troubleshooters should look into, we've made it easy for you to get the ideas to us. Head over to wave3.com, click on the Contact Troubleshooters link above the Wave logo on the homepage. From there, fill out the info and click Submit, and we'll get on it.